we do? We need those strategies for living. So are you ready? You ready for your daily dose of radio rehab?
I am ready.
You ready?
I am ready. I am super ready.
Yeah.
For today.
You're ready because here we are. Strategies for Living, 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Here we are at the Robinson Film Center.
Live in the theater.
Yeah.
We
are getting the ambience of this whole thing. And we're here for a reason because, GeekCon kicks off this weekend at RFC. And we're going to talk about it with Rick Simpson, who is RFC President of the Board of Directors, and Wendell Riley, who is
our good friend,
the Executive Director of the Robinson Film Center. And man, what a great place to be talking about everything that's going to happen coming up Thursday, August the 15th, the meet and greet with Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas from E.T.
Man, you couldn't have picked a better place.
No, really.
I mean, it's where the magic happens.
And there's a lot of magic that's going to happen this Thursday evening. We're going to talk about that today here on Strategies for Living. And we're also going to talk to Wendell and Rick about all the things coming up, at the Robinson Film Center. There's just so much to be excited about. There's only a handful of these kinds of centers across the entire nation, just a handful of them.
Right.
And here in Shreveport, Louisiana, we have one.
Yes, we
The
do.
Robinson Film Center, 617 Texas Street, downtown Shreveport. And I say it often, I don't say it probably enough, there is no place like the Robinson Film Center.
No.
Yeah. And folks, we're just delighted that you're with us here on Strategies for Living. We're excited, of course, anytime that Wendell comes and is with us, and we're excited to introduce you to Rick Simpson this evening here on Strategies for Living. But did you see E.T.?
I did. Yeah,
How many
it's been
times?
a long time, a couple times. But it's a classic.
Yeah, it is a Speilberg classic. And can you believe that Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas, I mean, how old would Henry Thomas have been? Maybe, I don't know. How old was he in the
10 or
movie?
11?
I guess so, yeah.
He was a kid.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're going to be able to meet him. You're going to be able to, we're going to tell you about the VIP reception where you can meet and rub elbows with Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas. Then there's the screening, there's the Q&A following. All of that's taking place on Thursday, August the 15th. We're going to talk about that today here on Strategies for Living. And we want you along with us. And we are delighted that you are with us today here on Strategies. And, we're
along for the experience.
Absolutely.
That is always offered here at the Robinson Film Center.
That's right. And the Robinson Film Center is one of our sponsors here on Strategies for Living, as is Azalea Cleaners, Learning RX, and Pintail Roofing, and the Balanced Life Wellness Center. Back in a moment with Rick Simpson, Wendell Riley, Robinson Film Center. Come back with us. Hey, let's talk about the Robinson Film Center. I say it a lot. There's no place like the Robinson.
Absolutely, there is not.
617 Texas Street, downtown Shreveport. You've got so much. You got the movies. You got Abby Singer's Bistro on the second floor of RFC, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday.
Newly remodeled.
Absolutely. Great menu. RobinsonFilmCenter.org is the way you check it all out. You can go to RobinsonFilmCenter.org at any time and find out what movies are showing. Here's the deal. You want to join the crowd, join the fun, become a member. When you become a member, you become a star. You get discounts on movies, you get concession upgrades, you get bistro deals. RFC, 617 Texas Street in downtown Shreveport. I'll say it again. There's no place like the Robinson.
There is not, and I'm glad we have one right here.
Absolutely. The RobinsonFilmCenter.org.
Reading begins not in the classroom, but in your child's brain. I'm Donisa Walker with Learning RX Shreveport. If your child struggles to read, maybe he or she has trouble focusing or comprehending, Learning RX Shreveport offers a science solution to reading problems, working one-on-one with your child, targeting his or her reading skills. Today, call Learning RX Shreveport. Make an appointment to have your child assessed. I know you want to help your child, so does Learning RX Shreveport.
Welcome into 101.7 FM, 710 The Deal. Welcome into Strategies for Living. Love the smell of popcorn in the morning. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Here at the Robinson Film Center, big things happening. We're talking about it today here on Strategies for Living. Let's welcome back an old friend. Been here many times. So many times we don't call him a life strategist anymore. He is, if you will. Wendell Riley, the executive director of the Robinson Film Center. You know, I could go on and on and on. Wendell has quite a resume. He's an award-winning filmmaker, and we are just so blessed that he is here. Wendell, welcome back.
Hello. Thank you. Great to be here.
And it's good to have you always. And brought a special guest with you today, Rick Simpson, who is RFC president of the board of directors. Rick is originally from Shreveport, Bossier City guy like myself, and but moved out to L.A. Actually made his first film.
Yeah, made the first film there.
When you were 19 years old?
19 years old, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he produced a film with Virginia Mayo and took it out and did a number with it, and lived in L.A. for, 20 years?
Yeah, almost 20
film
years.
Production and marketing and all that kind of stuff. Worked with a lot of big names out there.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers and Sony and Disney and Universal. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. I know this is...
Thankful to have you back here.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be back.
So we've got all kinds of fantastic things coming up. Got to kick off, of course, it's all over the radio station talking about GeekCon, right?
Yeah.
And RFC is going to kick it off.
We are. We've been working with Greg and his team for quite some time, and we've been trying to figure out a way to marry RFC and GeekCon, because it's a natural marriage, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, a lot of the people that come in to meet guests, they appear in a lot of high profile films over the years, a lot of genre films. And so we finally figured out a format to do it, and Greg and his team, they were gracious enough to allow us to partner with GeekCon, and the last piece of the puzzle was actually getting some talent who wanted.
What a talent you got!
Yeah, getting some talent in to come meet our patrons, and we're super excited about that.
So can't do any better than a Speilberg film and E.T., can you?
No, I mean, E.T. is a classic. It is multi-generational. You have people who grew up with the film. I mean, I remember seeing it when I was a kid, and now it's being introduced to a new generation of people. It is a universally loved film, and we're so excited about it.
Truly universal, right?
Yeah.
But truly a classic. So Dee Wallace, Henry Thomas. We remember Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How old was Henry?
He was probably, I want to say he was 11.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
maybe 11. So because I think he's a little bit older than I am, and I was 7, 8 years old when this movie came out. Yeah. So I think he's maybe a little bit older than I am.
Yeah.
So this is Thursday, August the 15th.
Yeah.
It kicks off. It's 5 o'clock, meet and greet. If you've got a VIP VIP tickets. You can start the weekend with the meet and greet, right?
Yeah, basically just hang out with in the same room with Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas. And
Cool, isn't it?
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's like it's a VIP experience before the event even starts, and they will be there all weekend at the convention center, and this is just a way for the Uber fans, right? It's a perfect crossover for us because we get to introduce a new audience to RFC, people who love ET and want to come here, but also for our fans who really love events like this, where for us at RFC, the advantage that we have over the Cineplexes is that we can provide these kinds of experiential screenings that you can't get anywhere else. And we have a legacy of doing that over the last 16 years.
Most definitely. So everything kicks off at 5 o'clock with the meet and greet. Then the screening of ET is at 6:30, and that's followed by a Q&A, right?
Yep. Q&A afterwards, and they'll introduce the film as well. They'll come in before and introduce the film. And say a couple of words, and then afterwards they'll come in and do a Q&A. I don't know how long we have. I think it's 30-ish.
30 to 45 minutes,
So the whole experience is going to be extraordinary.
Out of this world.
I see what you did.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
There's a curveball.
No, but I mean, if you are a fan of ET, if this movie resonates with you in any way, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. To be able to have them introduce the film, talk about it, and then watch it within that context, and then be able to ask them questions in real time. We think that's something really special. I mean, we're excited about it. So
I'm fired up about it because I don't think I've seen the film in years. It was, of course, I've seen it multiple times, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's been several years, so I'm going to see it with fresh eyes, and I can't wait.
Well, I'll tell you this. So I brought my grandkids. One was 11. This was in the past year.
Yeah.
One was 11, one was 7, and one was 5. And my wife and I brought our grandkids. We brought them there, and they just were blown away. They were absolutely blown away. And it takes you back to when you first saw it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because all of these memories of that bring up weird little things because, as adults, we can smell the popcorn coming in, but not much. Yeah. As a kid, you could smell popcorn from miles away.
Yeah.
And it was, if you were a family like ours, I had 3 sisters, so, we didn't get popcorn when we would go to the movies because it was, it'd be like, it's too many. You get drinks and you get, but it's funny how seeing that movie, I'm like, you know what? I'm an adult now. I'm going to go get like 7 things of popcorn and just have them all around me, even though I don't need them.
Butter or no butter?
Yeah, butter for sure, because you want your stomach to hurt at the end.
Well, there's nothing like Wendell. I don't know what you guys do. I mean, what's the secret of the butter? There's nothing.
It is a secret. It is a secret.
Butter.
Yeah. I don't know if we should talk about what's actually in it. Let's just know that it's good.
It's gotta be good.
Yeah, lots of vitamins. I think there's some fiber in there.
Minerals, riboflavin, niacin.
Sure.
And Rick was telling us before you came in, he said, he assured everybody that it's health food.
Absolutely.
I mean, he takes a vacuum and gets all of the bad stuff out.
Yeah.
So
it's organic.
It's nothing but good stuff.
It's a great product on top of whole grain corn.
Yes.
So can't go wrong.
No, and I'll tell you this: 3 out of 100 cardiologists would agree with us. That's 3%,
Excluding mine.
excluding his. So I don't know. Well, we'll put a pin in that.
There you go. So, what is it like, Rick, to be affiliated with RFC, this jewel here in Shreveport?
Well, I have a funny answer, but I'm going to do the serious answer first.
All right.
The serious answer is that...
You can give the funny answer next segment.
Sure.
Yeah.
The real thing is, even in Los Angeles, you don't have these type of theaters.
We talk about that all the time.
You'll have, I don't know if y'all have been out to LA or experienced it, but there's Limley theaters out there that are just for art films and they're just for experiences and they're but it's few and far between.
There's only a handful of these kind of centers all across the nation.
Right. And for Shreveport to have one of these, it's pretty amazing because you just don't realize, what you have. And so when you're coming in and you're seeing these films that normally you wouldn't be able to see, and you're getting these events like Wendell talked about. If you go to Cinemark, and there's nothing wrong with Cinemark or any other ones, we're just different. So when we get Dee Wallace and we get Henry Thomas in here, that's something different. That's something that we can bring. And the events, and this year, I don't know if Wendell has already talked to you about this in other segments or other shows, but we're really going to try to get into events this year and experiences and doing things and we had a
teased us a little bit.
A little. That's what he does. He just teases it sometimes and just. But I'll tell you this. We had Widow Clicquot that was here, and it sold out. And it's it was an event that people wanted to go to, and Wendell and I talk about fear of missing out, the FOMO, and it's a real thing because once I saw something was sold out, I'm like, what? I wanted this, and well, Rick, you saw it 3 weeks ago, why didn't you book a ticket? Or you saw it 3 hours ago, why didn't you book a ticket? So,
you've already tasted all of those wines.
I've already tasted all of the wines, all of them.
Exactly.
But to get right back to to get to the heart of your question, there's nothing like this, and it's a jewel, and it needs to be nurtured. And so I would really, really, really. Really reach out to people to say, look, support Robinson Film Center, support anything you can do that comes here, because we have stuff for everybody.
Experience like Thursday night that we're talking about.
Yes.
You're going to have entertainment, but what you really want to do is you really want to become a member. And get on board, and because when you become a member, there's all kinds of perks. You become a star.
Absolutely. You get discounts on every purchase that you make here. You get coupons, but you also get looped in, and you're kept up to date with all of the upcoming things that we have, and that allows you to get in before these tickets sell out, because these events are limited seating, right? So they eventually they sell out, sometimes a lot faster than others, right?
Yeah. So and we haven't even talked about Abby Singer's Bistro. When we put that on board, man, this makes this an incredible venue.
Yeah, and so the meet and greet event, the VIP event, it would be it's going to be a catered event, so there's going to be food up there and drinks, so you can come, hang out, just have a good time, and then go watch the movie after.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, definitely. We're talking about Thursday, August the 15th at RFC. 5 o'clock is the meet and greet. Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas. 6:30 is the screening of E.T. and following that, there is a Q&A. You're going to want to get your, you're going to want to reserve your seats. Now, how do you do that? Well, how about RobinsonFilmCenter.org? That's where you want to go to reserve your seats and keep up with what's going on. But what you really want to do is become a member. Talking to Rick Simpson, and we're talking to Wendell Riley from the Robinson Film Center. Your own strategy. You've got much more to come. Stay right where you are. Dealing with stress, pain, feel like you're running out of options? When your life is balanced, wellness is a given. True wellness is holistic. It's about the mind, the body, and the spirit, all in balance. Now, there's a place right here in Shreveport that's all about helping us achieve peak mental, emotional, and physical health. The Balanced Life, 117 Kings Highway, right next door to Strawn's. Come see and feel the difference getting your life in balance can be. Many of your friends and neighbors have already learned the difference less stress and pain mean in their lives. You can book a discovery session right now online, thebalancedlife.us. All you've got to lose is stress, pain, or maybe both. Come see and feel for yourself the real difference balanced wellness makes. The Balanced Life Wellness Center, 117 Kings Highway in Shreveport, next door to Strawn's. Thebalancedlife.us. And welcome back. David McMillan, and we are delighted to be here at the Robinson Film Center. We had to come get the ambiance.
Absolutely.
Right?
And you have to say, being here in theater,
It's special.
the magic.
Oh, absolutely. And we're here.
I already feel
You are a star.
Oh,
Of
well,
course, you're a star in my book.
You're a little
We're here because GeekCon kickoff, the weekend kicks off at RFC Thursday night, August the 15th, 5 o'clock, meet and greet. Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas, of course you know from the movie E.T. And there's a 6:30 screening at RFC, followed by a Q&A. Now, robinsonfilmcenter.org. You're going to want to call. You're going to want to go and get your tickets. And it's as easy as robinsonfilmcenter.org. And Wendell Riley, Executive Director of the Robinson Film Center, is with us today. Rick Simpson, who is RFC President of the Board of the Directors, is with us today. And you've got some
Well,
stories.
speaking of GeekCon, right?
Yeah.
I think Rick's geeking out.
Well, yeah, no.
Oh, is it?
No, and listen, I've been doing this for a while. I've been wanting to get this screening here for a while, and it was funny because Wendell and I talked about it one day, and I said, excuse me, I said, Wendell, it'd be great to get Dee Wallace, and I said, hold on one second. I got on my phone and just sent a message to one of the family members. He's like, whoa. And so, no, I have a history with the family in that.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Well, so we produced a short film for when I was in Los Angeles. My production partner was Bonnie Bruckheimer, and we were doing a coming of age PG-13 girls volleyball film, which sounds odd, right? But there's a whole dynamic that goes on there, and it's really, really cool. But anyway, we cast her daughter as one of the volleyball players, and she was amazing. And if you go online, and her name is Gabrielle Stone.
Okay.
And if you go up and you look her up, she looks exactly like Dee.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's uncanny. And she does a lot of horror films. Dee Wallace is like one of the bona fide scream queens.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's done so many films. And don't even bring up, when you're looking over here to Wendell, don't bring up any of the Cujos or critters. This guy will go crazy. That's what he geeks out about. This guy, listen.
I'm glad to know that.
But as far as E.T., that's kind of that's my childhood.
Yeah.
I remember when I had an alien visit me. Why is everybody laughing?
I'm not laughing. I want to.
Okay. You know what? Hold on. Maybe that was a dream I had. So maybe that didn't happen per se. Maybe that was a dream.
You never know.
But anyway, I was eating candy, Reese's Pieces when I woke up. So I think that's kind of what
Yeah.
But no, as a kid, I loved this movie. It's always been one of my favorites. It always reminds me of my family, my sisters, my cousin,
Sure.
all of that.
That's
but
the magic of movies.
yeah.
Universal
Bring us back.
themes.
Yeah, universal themes, universal pictures, sure. Amblin Entertainment. Yeah, so I do geek out about this film, and so I'm not really a GeekCon guy per se, but when I knew they were coming, I was just
You've been converted.
I'm converted. I'm born again. So
Amen, brother.
that's right. So we did a film with her daughter.
Right.
And that's how I got to become close with them. And then I've seen Dee many times over the years. I left LA back in 2015, so I really haven't had a lot of contact with the family, but we stay in touch. So when we were talking about this, we just thought it was a good thing, and then we were like, you know what, they're coming out for GeekCon anyway. Let's just make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Yeah.
And we did, and it was great, and it's going to be a great event. The geek side of me kind of just wants to, I don't even know if you guys know, and no spoiler alerts, but I don't know if you guys even know that there was an ET2 that the treatment was written.
Yeah.
I didn't. Melissa Matheson, who was, she was married to Harrison Ford for a while. Right. She has since passed, but she wrote an 8 or 9 page treatment for ET2, and I think it was called Nocturnal Fear. and so it was very dark, and you know, all of that is just, and in the plot of the movie, Elliot and his friends are kidnapped by evil aliens, and so E.T. has to come back and use his long neck, I assume, to help Elliot in the, you know.
Just putting your neck out there.
Yeah, and Elliot's like, hey, you saved me from these evil monsters. He's like, well, I can light my finger up. Will that help you?
I like the way.
Is that good? I can make my neck grow.
I dress and drag.
I dress and drag. Yeah.
There you go.
So a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people don't know his actual name was Zrek. Zrek was his name in the second film, but no one knows that.
Nobody knows that.
Right.
They didn't name him in the
Right. And so I think it probably would have been hard anyway to do that film, first off, because, you know, sequels are hard, first off, and then that's a
Especially for this
classic.
one.
You know, take another classic, Weekend at Bernie's 1. Weekend at Bernie's 2 never should have been made.
No.
You know, it just took away from. It's like Weekend at Bernie's 2 and then Godfather 3. It's like, you know, why do that? So yeah, Weekend at Bernie's is unbelievable. How many Oscar nominations did it get, Wendell?
0.
0, that's what it was. Okay, 0. But it may have been in a dream
It's
that
the same amount as ET2.
Yeah. Hey, I think that's the same Oscar nominations that I have is 0. So that I feel kindred spirits with Weekend at Bernie's too. But no, so they ended up not doing the film because obviously that's a terrible idea.
Right.
But yeah, they had all this stuff. I don't know if anybody knows that E.T. was actually shot in chronological order. Not a lot of movies are done that way. Yeah. But Steven Spielberg wanted this film because there were so many kids in it.
Yeah.
Right.
He wanted them to be able to wrap their mind around, you know, a linear script as opposed to, you know,
Hopping all over
the place.
Productions don't normally do.
Because, you know, that's cost effective to be able to do all these scenes that. So, and I don't know if you guys have ever gone on to watch the audition that Steven Spielberg put Henry Thomas through. It was grueling. I mean, he just made him cry. I mean, he got into it, and it's unbelievable. I mean, he's like, you got the job, kid. You got the job. So
Maybe he'll tell us about that.
I think he probably will.
And I do want to give some love to Henry Thomas because he's fantastic in the film, but he has found a niche right now working with Mike Flanagan, who is a brilliant horror director.
Right.
He's done films like Dr. Sleep, but he's also done a lot of Netflix series such as Midnight Mass, The Fall of the House of Usher, and some really brilliant, very layered work, and deals a lot with family dynamics and stuff like that. And Henry Thomas is one of the actors that appears a lot in Flanagan films and TV series. And so he has found this career resurgence. So, you know, as a film nerd myself and someone who grew up watching sci-fi and horror, I'm always excited when these talents, they take time to come meet with fans. I mean, they certainly love doing that. But, you know, to come and be willing to do like a meet and greet here with just random people is a really special thing for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, to piggyback on what Wendell said, you know, when he was, I guess he, you know, did this at 10 or 11. Right. Excuse me, he did this at 10 or 11. So by the time all the fame caught up, because this film was in the theater for over a year. I don't think people understand that. That doesn't happen anymore. I mean, Wendell, how many weeks now do blockbusters stay in? 4?
Yeah,
3,
4
4, 5?
before you get booted out, and then another 2 weeks before it's on streaming. Yeah.
So this movie was in there for over a year. Wow. And so he was famous for a long, long time. I mean, everybody knows him. So as a 10 or 11 or 12-year-old kid, he kind of he described himself as a hermited. He was a hermit for his 11th and 12th birthday. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, so to see him rebound and come over that, it's awesome, because I don't know if y'all caught him in Legends of the Fall, but he was awesome in that.
Fantastic.
And, you know, so it's, but he was, and I don't know if y'all are going to get a chance to talk to him at GeekCon or here, but ask him about
I'm hoping.
Good. Well, ask him about what he took from the set of E.T., because usually an actor, Some of the cast members, they take one thing. I think for Drew Barrymore, I think it was the E.T. hat that they had on. For him, it was the red sweater at the end, that iconic red sweater. So, yeah, so he may deny it, but it's true. We'll get a lie detector test. Now, Henry's a good dude, and I'm sure that he'll tell you, yeah, I've got it, and it's in this, it's in this drawer, and I show my kids that all the time.
Yeah. It probably needs to be in the Smithsonian.
Probably.
We'll let the Smithsonian.
Yeah. Maybe
Get it after.
Yeah, maybe we'll dry clean it first.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, what? Tell me a little bit about Dee Wallace.
So Dee is very. She's, everybody knew her from Cujo and from E.T., but she does a lot of character work now. She does a lot of character work. She does some commercial work. She does a lot of spiritual teachings. Oh yeah. So she was very much into teaching and good health, good living. And I apologize first off. I know that I wasn't told. I do not have a strategy for living. Here's the deal. No, but here's the deal. I have brought some very, very rough, vague ideas that I think we could put into, with your help, a strategy from my life. So I will be worthy of the Strategies for Living show.
You're already worthy.
Okay. All right, good. I just want to make sure we're good because Are you going to do this? Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get a certificate.
Oh, so good. So good.
And Wendell is chewing juicy fruit gum right now.
Is he?
So that you can put it on your wall.
Yeah.
We're going all out.
I love this.
Yeah.
Oh, now I don't feel bad. I came without a strategy.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. You are on Strategies for Living. And we are today at RFC. And we are talking about kicking off GeekCon weekend this Thursday, August the 15th. Dee Wallace, Henry Thomas here at RFC. 5 o'clock meet and greet. RobinsonFilmCenter.org will hook you up with VIP tickets. Screening of E.T. is at 6:30, followed by Q&A. That all goes on right here at Robinson Film Center. And we're here today with Rick Simpson and Wendell Riley at Robinson Film Center. We've got more to come here on Strategies for Living. So don't go away. Stay right where you are. You're going to see the difference. When you go to Azalea Cleaners, you'll hear about it too. Azalea Cleaners has been fine dry cleaning since 1958, plus laundry, alterations and repairs, comforters, wedding gown cleaning and restoration. You'll hear about it from your friends because they'll see it too. They'll notice the Azalea difference. Azalea is convenient. 732 Azalea Drive, 9220 Ellerby Road, and 9227 Mansfield Road. Plus, the front door of your home or business with Azalea's delivery on demand. Just text SETUP to 249-8283, and Azalea will pick up your clothes and deliver them back clean and fresh to you. You can't get closer than that. That's the Azalea difference. You'll notice it right away. Others will too. The Azalea difference. Fine dry cleaning since 1958. Text SETUP to 249-8283 and get the Azalea difference. AzaleaCleaners.com. Welcome back into 101.7 FM, 710. Rick Simpson on the guitar. Here's RFC. I didn't know you could play like that.
Say that again?
I didn't know you could play like that.
No, I mean, that's obviously I've got many talents.
You do.
Yeah.
You're many talents.
I couldn't hear you over me playing the instrument.
I
so
got you.
He's very humble. He's very humble too.
Yeah.
101.7 FM, 710 Keo, Marleon McMillan, David McMillan. We're here with Strategies for Living. We're here at the Robinson Film Center because GeekCon weekend kicks off. Everybody's excited about it. It kicks off here this Thursday, August the 15th, 5 o'clock meet and greet. Dee Wallace, Henry Thomas, followed by 6:30 screening of E.T. that followed by Q&A. And if you want to get in on the meet and greet, the VIP ticket holders, you go to robinsonfilmcenter.org. And Wendell Riley, Rick Simpson here with us today. So now, if I don't do the VIP, I can still come to the screening of ET, right?
Absolutely. You know, one of the things that we always prioritize is making sure that what we have is accessible, right? We are a community resource. We are here for everyone, and we want to attract as many audiences as possible. We want to reflect our community when we look out into the seats to see who's sitting here, right? That's a really big deal for us. So we have a general admission ticket. It's priced a little higher than our usual ticket, but that does include the intro of the film and the Q&A. But if you really want to go all out and do the VIP experience and have hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that with the talent and hang out, then you can absolutely do that as well.
And you get all the info at robinsonfilmcenter.org.
Yes, indeed, yeah. And you can buy your tickets there as well.
Now, you're teasing us. You and Rick are teasing us a little bit. You've talked about, okay, well, this is a fantastic event, but you're saying that this year, Mr. President of the board his edict is we're going to do more of these, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's something that, listen, it's a very transitional time in the exhibitor market right now, right? So movie theaters are having to figure out how to keep being relevant in an age where someone can watch a film maybe 3 or 4 weeks after it premieres in the theater at home. Yeah. So, and art house theaters like RFC have figured out that we can provide, again, that experiential screening type of programming.
It sets centers like this apart. And there, again, we were talking earlier, there's only a handful of these centers across the United States.
Yeah, exactly.
We have one right here in Shreveport.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was going to piggyback off, excuse me, off of what Wendell said. Yeah, this has been a year where, it's kind of been weird for me because I've only been on 1 month as president, or dictator is what I like to call it.
I know you like that.
But, we have adopted kind of a strategy this year. Whoa.
You did it.
Whoa.
See, you are a strategist.
I do have a strategy.
You are now officially a life strategist.
Love it. So what happened is we kind of adopted a strategy, to go big or go home. Right. But here's the problem, though. Now this is a big thing, and every time I go big and I produce, they still make me go home.
You do have to go home.
Well, yeah, but that was not spelled out in the go big or go home. Yeah. So anyway, felt slighted there.
We found you that one time in the basement.
Absolutely.
And then we had to,
Absolutely. Yeah. And I did want to do a shameless plug for our buddies at Robinson Rescue as well. Okay. We do a big, we do a lot of stuff with them. So I want to make sure they're in the mix too, because they are part of our vision. And actually, I keep hating to say the word piggyback, but piggyback off of that, I would like to plug my own charity. I'm going to start doing a rescue for albino butterflies. And so...
sign me up.
Oh, well, you will be the first guy. Yeah. So I was kind of inspired by Robinson's Rescue, so I'm going to do my own rescue of albino butterflies, and it's a very...
It's an important thing, spaying and neutering butterflies.
Spaying and neutering those butterflies. Listen, it can get out of control, but...
I think it probably has.
Yeah, and also, little tagline, anything that comes out of my mouth does not represent the Robinson Film Center. I have to say that immediately. It does not necessarily represent the views of our blah, blah, blah.
Wendell kicked you under the table.
That is absolutely why.
But there's actually a good point that you bring up. So Robinson's Rescue, obviously, we share the same name. We are partnering with them next month to do Cat Video Fest.
Oh man!
So this is a film. It's 79 minutes of cat videos, and it's kind of making its way across the country, and theaters are showing it. And some of the proceeds from ticket sales will actually go to organizations like Robinson's Rescue. So again, this is the kind of stuff that we're doing. It's super popular. So we'll have information about that on our site in the next few weeks.
Absolutely.
Show my age and say
Got to
that's
be
the
kidding
cat's
me.
meow.
Oh, nice.
I like
I
showing my age.
like that.
Yeah.
So you're teasing us a little bit. Anything else? That you
we-
a little.
So The Room is a very popular bad film, and a lot of people love it. And watching The Room with an audience is kind of the thing. So Greg Sestero will be here in a few weeks with The Room again. We're doing our Rocky Horror Picture Show Shadowcast for Halloween again. They always sell out. So the thing is, what we need is support. We need people to buy tickets to these events so we can keep having them.
Absolutely. And this is why, anybody listening to me, it needs to consider becoming a member.
Absolutely.
RFC.
Absolutely.
Anybody listening to me, because again, how many times, and I don't, us folks, we stay positive, but I mean, how many times in Shreveport, do we say, I wish we had this.
Right. Yeah.
Look at what we have here.
It's a lot.
In Robinson Film
It's a
Center.
lot.
But we've got to support it.
Yeah.
We've got to, and how do you support it? Follow what's going on, RFC, RobinsonFilmCenter.org. Become a member. Get the extra perks. When you become a member, you become a star.
And hit our Facebook page so you'll know when this stuff is coming. Because shameless 20-second plug, we've got silver screenings that we do on one Tuesday every month, and it's classics and. It's great. Date night we're bringing back. We're bringing back Heels and Reels. Sponsored by who? Porter's Carpet Cleaners. I know the guy that owns that. He's unbelievable. He's humble and he's handsome. So
No guesses as to
what's
who
that?
it is.
No. It's a guy like me. It's a guy like me.
I got you.
But the main line is there's something for everyone here. And that's not just a line. It is you look and there is something for everyone.
Absolutely. All right, so you are going to want to visit RobinsonFilmCenter.org. You're going to want to get the VIP tickets before they sell out for Thursday, August 15th, 5 o'clock meet and greet, Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas. At 6:30, there's the screening of E.T., followed by Q&A. And, come see the Speilberg classic, get the Q&A, rub shoulders with Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas, all here at Robinson Film Center. RobinsonFilmCenter.org. Rick Simpson and Wendell Riley with us today here on Strategies. We'll be back right where you are.
Hi, this is Jay Merle for Pintail Roofing. Let's talk about quality. When you hire Pintail to build your roof, here's what you can expect. Quality and quality control are the most important concerns for us at Pintail, and you need to know that Pintail stands tall with swift and professional performance on any warranty call. This is our most important policy. And remember, we're your neighbors. We'll be here for you for the long haul. Our family's lived here for over 100 years, and we aren't going anywhere. On the commercial side of Pintail's business, our fluid-applied roofing solutions can save thousands of dollars over conventional commercial roofing options. Call Pintail at 226-ROOF for a free inspection of your home or commercial building. That's 226-7663. Pintail Roofing. What's the condition of your roof?
And welcome back into 1017 FM, 710 Keel. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillan, David McMillan, here at the Robinson Film Center. We appreciate Rick Simpson, RFC President of the Board of Directors. We appreciate, of course, our friend Wendell Riley, Executive Director of RFC.
Always good to have Wendell.
Absolutely, always good, and great to meet Rick. And hey, folks, look, GeekCon. You're celebrating. You're all in a celebration mood. So the weekend kicks off with
an out of this world event like no other.
Absolutely.
That only a place like the Robinson could produce.
You can
and bring to us.
Absolutely, no question. So the VIP ticket will get you a special reception with Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas, and then of course this is all happening Thursday, August the 15th. 5 o'clock is the meet and greet with Dee Wallace and Henry Thomas. 6:30 is the screening of E.T., followed by Q&A, and there's nothing like a Spielberg classic, right?
No.
And so everything kicks off here at the Robinson Film Center Thursday evening. RobinsonFilmCenter.org. That is the way that you get your tickets, either to the VIP or the screening or both. And there you go.
Get them now while
Get them
they're
now.
hot.
Absolutely. Folks, thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Strategies for Living. We appreciate you being here with us. And we appreciate all of our wonderful sponsors who make it possible. The Robinson Film Center and Azalea Cleaners and Learning RX and Pintail Roofing.
Roof, roof.
And the Balanced Life Wellness Center. If today were the last day of your life, you only had one more phone call that you could make, who would you call? What would you say? And why are you waiting? Make the call. For Lauren Leon McMillan. For Rick Simpson. For Wendell Riley. I'm David McMillan. See you next time, right here on Strategies for Living.